Okay, I think I'm recording. This recorded file will be converted to, okay. So anyway, I'm putting gloves like this in my satin hands. And when I do my party tomorrow night, I'm just gonna wear these just for, you know, who knows? But they were just like at the dollar store and they got the sticky stuff on them. So that's fun. And I'm all prepared at my house, like I'm sure you guys are, with everything. So I'm excited. We're gonna probably do this for the next week or so until we find out. After the 15-day thing is kind of done, I'm going to see. Hold on. Somebody might have been messaging me.
We got a thing from Nathan Moore.
Nope. Oh, okay. What's it say, Lisa?
Well, it's an update. Let me go in and look and see on my phone.
Trying to block that sun. I have not a good place where I can put this webcam. Can you find it? Because I just got a text.
Okay, go ahead and look at the text then. It just says check Mary Kay News for an update from Nathan Moore.
Oh, but we got that the other day, right? We got a message from him.
Maybe.
We'll look in a little bit. We'll look in a little bit because I want to start off the meeting because I know that, you know, everybody out there is just consumed with this. And as leaders, you know, I know that you expect from us to come and help give you some kind of, you know, comfort in this, because I want you to know it may feel really scary right now, and that's part of our brain. It's in the mindset is whenever we're attacked with something, our brain is automatically going to go to fight or flight. And so it may feel scary, but right now we're built for a time like this. Cheryl, I, Lisa, Tessa, probably not, but we've been through 9/11. We've been in a downturn of 2008, 2009. You know, we've been built for a time like this. So I want to get you guys in your mindset to transform your thoughts. Stay away from the news as much as possible. If you got to click into it, fine. On Facebook, try not to scroll and read everything. Try to just put your updates out there, but transforming our mind in thoughts. So I want to be part of the transformation in the world. I want to be the people that infect people with positivity, and that we don't allow this whole thing to just suck us in to fear or doubt, because we're going to find our power through this. We are really going to find our power, and that we can be better together. I think it keeps us all healthy right now. It's a really big thing is to stay healthy. Drink lots of water. Don't eat so much sugar, because the better your health is, the better you'll have to fight should you get the coronavirus. It's not a matter of if, it's probably a matter of when, is what they're saying. So right now, we're just going to infect each other with passion, with vision, excitement. We're going to laugh, and we're going to say right here, right now, I want to think a higher thought, and that we are going to be fighting this as a community to spread love, generosity, because that's what we have in Mary Kay. We do community better than anybody. Don't you agree? I do, I think. So we have something to give. So when you think about this, I'm going to take these gloves off because they're hot. I don't know if I can do my party with them on. What we want to think about is when we come out of this whole thing of our little cocoon that we're in right now, because, you know, depending on if we're going to get quarantined or anything like that, we're going to come out of this cocoon, and we're going to be coming out of it stronger, and we're going to be different. We're going to be different butterflies that come out, in my opinion. And so what kind of different butterfly do you want to be? The butterfly of hope, the butterfly of joy, the butterfly of generosity, the butterfly that just expands the world's horizon. So I just wanted to intro that, because it's okay that you might be feeling nervous and scared, but throw that away, because that mindset's not serving you. And so what they always taught us early in Mary Kay from John Maxwell is he always said, cancel, cancel. That thought does not serve me, so I won't think that thought again. And I remember saying that to my kids when they were in school and stuff. They go, oh yeah, Mom, you said cancel, cancel. Thought doesn't serve me, and I won't think that thought again. But it really does help. It really does. When you're getting negative vibes coming in there, I want you to think that way. So anyway, so excited that you guys are on. I miss you, and let's do a little recognition to start off with. If you were a B achiever in the month of March so far, meaning you got this beautiful necklace, who of you guys have got this little necklace so far? Anybody got this little necklace yet? Okay, so this is the start of your seminar challenge. You have to do it March, April, May, June, 600 wholesale, and you get this necklace. And I've been pairing them with the fall consistency necklace, and I have gotten so many compliments on this. So you want to get there. So we have 3, Jean, Donna, and Sherry. I don't know if you were there, Lisa, but many of you are super close. I know Tessa's finishing her star on Friday, so she'll be an achiever, I'm sure. If you have orders in this month so far, you want to have $1,000 wholesale so that you can win that chair massage from me, because we're all going to get to do that when we're going to be allowed to have more physical contact. It's okay if it's going to be a little bit of time. I'm going to go ahead and do our $1,000 day drawing because we had a $1,000 day the other day. And so this cute little bee, isn't that cute? It's a cosmetic that company gives us. I think it was for our birthday. I can't remember exactly. And so our winner is Jill Tomey. So Jill Tomey, a longtime consultant over from the west side. She is our winner for the $1,000 day drawing. If you saw, hey, Jean's on. Yay, you did it. Hi, Jean. She's down at the bottom. Cheryl's over here. Can you hear us, Jean? She might not be able to do that. iPhone is connecting to audio.
Hey, Jean.
Jean, can you hear us? All right. We love it. I love it that you're on. Isn't this fun with new technology? So Jean's been doing a lot of faces too. So anyway, your goal this week is to sell $500 in retail so that you can be recognized at the career conference, that virtual epic career conference with Leah, Julia, and Pam Shaw. Saturday, it's from 9:30 to 11:30. You want to like the Facebook page, the Epic Leadership. If we're allowed to gather, I would love to do it at the studio and we could watch it together and do star makeovers on you guys. That's what I'd like to do. So you want to sell 500, and I'm going to give you some tips on how you can do that this week. It's going to be important. Somebody's got a victory sign there. Cheryl. Okay. Did you guys all see the message from Mary Kay about if you order 225 between now and the 31st, you get to be entered in one of the Sonic brushes. They're going to give 100 of those away. Did you guys all see that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Aaron's phone. I'm not sure who Aaron is. That your recruit, Lisa?
Yeah. Hey.
I'm not sure who she is.
Aaron. Yeah. Can you hear Sherry?
She says Aaron's iPhone.
Aaron, can you hear us?
There
Hi.
she is.
Yes, I hear you.
Hey.
Good. We got a lot of people. Let's, before I go on anymore, I just wanted to make sure you guys all saw the new Star Consultant prizes.
Yeah.
And if you haven't, the new prizes are out, and the quarter goes from March 16th to June 15th. This is always one of our biggest quarters for stars because we're wrapping up our seminar year. And you guys, we're just a breath away from being on target for the 350 Circle of Achievement. So we only lack like $2,000 wholesale. So it's really fun. So you're going to want to be in touch to look at the Star Consultant Program. So let's just do an introduction and tell us who you are, what you can't stop the feeling of for this week, because we're going to go like day to day, week to week. I'm going to be on a lot more on social media, and because we need to be on social media because that's where all of our customers and all of our team is. So why don't we just start, tell us up at the top. Lisa, you're up there at the top left, who you are and what you can't stop the feeling of for this week.
Hi, everybody. I'm Lisa George, and I can't stop the feeling of learning to use the technology more for my marriage business. And I made some phone calls last night, just thought about my customers, and I thought, you know, in fact, Sherry, I tried to call you and it didn't go through, but I did call Aaron and I called Kayla, the 2 girls on my team, and I called a customer. And I just reached out to to say hi, and did they need anything? Did they need prayer for anything? I just thought, people were stressed, so this is a time to like just reach out and say hi.
That's good. Yeah, it's good, and you never know what you're going to find out. Yeah. Okay, so Tessa,
Yeah.
tell us about you. There you are.
Yeah, I'm Tessa Langridge. I can't stop the feeling of just kind of continuing to press through, and everybody's kind of bogged down with all the information they've been given to kind of been on the Mary Kay and kind of use it as a distraction piece from everything that may be going on, because in our pink bubble, we can control what we do and how our attitude is. So trying to be more in my pink bubble with everything going on.
Yes, that's a good thing to think of, is because with all the stuff that's going on, it's going to infect your mind. It's going to clutter your mind. You got to stay away from all that and stay positive in who you're going to connect with, because we can control who we're going to connect with. We can't control what's going on in the world, but we can control what we're doing. Great. Okay, Miss Cheryl.
All right. I can't stop the feeling of reorders and getting into Facebook and learning more about that.
Yeah, and what did your week finish up at?
321.
321. That's 2 weeks in a row. 321.
Yay.
Potential to come up. Awesome. Sapphire Star Week. And yeah, I'm going to have you share something in a minute. And so then Erin, hi Erin. I don't know if I've met you at all.
No, I just started, so I just placed my order a couple nights ago. So I'm now active. So
You did?
Congratulations.
Yeah. I did.
I'll put you back at senior consultant, Lisa. Yeah. And what can't you stop the feeling of, Erin?
Avoiding the news.
Avoiding what?
The news.
Avoiding
I'm tired of the news. I'm tired of hearing about the coronavirus and the lack of toilet paper, and I'm just avoiding the news.
All right, good. Well, we welcome you to the call. Thank you.
Thank you.
Look forward to knowing you more. And Miss Jean Vaughn over here.
I've been very busy and working my business and doing faces, and I just learned about this, so I could be on here with you guys. Good to see everybody.
Yeah. I know Jean and Cheryl have been selling time-wise repair sets, so that's a good thing, because that's 205, baby. That's a good sale. Yep.
Good. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, so what I wanted to visit with you a little bit about is just helping us work in this time, because, we can either come out champions and be ahead of the curve, or we can let everything suck you in and just say, oh, well, once this is over, I'll go back to work. This is the time you want to be in your customers' spaces, in your team spaces. You want to be present. And I'm not just saying sell, but like when Lisa was saying connections, I know I have a profile box. I mean, like, it's long, from cards of, 29 years of having clients. And so I thought, what the heck? I don't have new people, so per se, to call that many. I'm just going in those cards and I'm calling them to find out, maybe they've been my client since 2011 and never bought anything else. I'm going to reconnect with some of those people, because you never know. They might be the people that are, workers that don't have jobs right now. And when we had 9/11, you guys, that was some of our highest recruiting. That was in 2001. 2003 is when we were in the top director trip. Our unit went from, in 2001, to the 500,000 to the 800. And that was because people were not wanting to go back to work. They wanted to be home. And so this is a time right now for us to really capitalize on talking with people who might need what we have, and not wanting to go back into the workforce, and staying here, like on social media, and connecting with people through video chat and different things like that. So I'm just going to encourage you now is to embrace this technology time. Make this a time to become one of the best students and improve your personal growth, so that you can improve the growth of your customers and your teams. It's going to be very, very important. I don't know if you guys have been on the digital business basics. And so on In Touch, when you go on In Touch, the Digital Business Basic, they've got a whole section where you can join the Mary Kay Facebook group. That's going to have positive information and sharing on there. Are you guys all a member of the Mary Kay Facebook group?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think so.
Okay. You want to do that so that you can get company updates, text and email, like we just got that text from Nathan Moore. We're going to want to do that. Since people are on social media more, you want to post regularly. So you want to post something like with your family, something with your business, something with your community. So you want to shake it up. Like, I'm going to get really vulnerable this week. You know, I've been learning the piano. And so on my customer group and also on our Pierce Performers, I'm going to play the piano. And I mean, I'm not good, but I'm learning. And so I want it to be a place where my customers can see that I can do something like this from my home and still build a business from my home around my kids and everything. And so you want to be very, very present, post regularly. The company was really important about that and not just about selling. There's also a 2020 spring playbook idea. So it's got all kinds of different things that you can have: digital posts, you can have teach you how to do Facebook lives, Instagram lives, YouTubes. Now what I found, did any of you guys watch my Satin Hands YouTube that I made the other day?
Yes, part of it.
You did, Jean? I got something on my tooth.
I didn't see it, no.
Okay, who watched it?
I saw part of it.
Okay, so I did it on YouTube because then I didn't have to do one for my Pierce Performers and one for my customer group. I could do it YouTube, post it on both of those channels, and also my Mary Kay business page. Now, I'm not saying that that's going to get you lots of sales, but it puts you in front of people that maybe you weren't. You can always do a Facebook Live, a Facebook on a public page if it's not a call to action. If it's just, I love this product with Mary Kay. It makes my skin feel so soft, whatever it is. As long as it's not a call to action, like text me below or call me if you'd like to order, that's a call to action. Anything that sounds like a call to action, you can't put on a public page. You want to make it that way. But if you put it on a public page, then other people around can see stuff. And so you might not capture people on just your VIP customer page, but if you put it out on public, just say, hey, this is a great, you know, like I did my Satin Hands. I didn't say, well, I did a call to action because I did on my private pages. You can say Satin Hands, this is what it does, yada, yada, yada. You don't say the price, you don't say message me, and then people can be, by curiosity, come back and say, oh, tell me more about that Satin Hands. How do I get it from you? See what I'm saying? It's not a call to action. So that's going to be really, really important. The virtual cleansing consultation beauty experience. I'm telling you, this is where we got to be. And whether you have samples or not, you know, QVC, do they give you a sample to get everything they have? You just buy it, right? It's a good price. They marketed it. They got you intrigued by it. You didn't have a sample of it. If you don't have samples, don't hesitate. If you do have samples, like I ordered a bunch of samples because I'm going to do some of these. I want to see how it's going. And so I thought I'd just show you what it is, because you guys, you could do a couple of these a week. I mean, a Facebook group thing. You could do like tomorrow night, 2 of my guests said, no, I'm not going to come to your house. I don't want to come out. I took them over a sampler bag so they can do it with me, because I have 2 guests that are coming in person, 2 guests that are going to be on virtually. And so I'm going to do it through Facebook Messenger because they know how to do it. If you go up to the Facebook Messenger, there's a little video camera. You can put it right on there. You can put your screen up and they can watch and participate with it. So I got samples of the charcoal mask, the microdermabrasion, the facial peel, and the moisture gel mask. So those are the 4, you know, exfoliators that we use. The hydrogel eye patches, if you think that you want to spend that, you know, put it in there, totally fine. If you don't, you know, it's totally up to you.
Sherry, can you give that again?
What did you say?
Can you give the list of the masks again?
It's on this page from the hydrogel session.
Out on your Facebook?
Yeah, it's the hydrogel happiness thing, but it's the charcoal mask, microdermabrasion, facial peel, and the moisture gel mask.
Okay, thanks.
Then if you have a hydrogel eye patches, it just, and then a sample of either the Voluform or the Miracle Set. So if you don't want to do big samples of that and your customer's okay, you can squirt some in a zip, you know, the little zippy things that we have. You could squirt some cleanser in there, the satin lip scrub, and the balm. I asked the customers first, I don't have samples of satin lips. So would you be okay if I put it in a Ziploc? Because some people may not want to do that right now. And then you can give them a lookbook so they can follow through with it. I'm also putting recruiting information in mine because this might be something they want to do after they're listening. And you can, I just have some fun bags. Like if you have your Mary Kay bags, use them because they'll work perfect. I don't remember where I bought a bunch of these, whether it was Amazon or if I got them at a store, I don't know, but they're just fun. And they make it a bigger bag. It's a door hanger bag. So I might've got them from Pink Printing even. I'm not sure. I've had them for a long time. But anyway, you're just gonna put it in a bag and that way you can go around and deliver these. You can mail them. Now, if you're gonna mail a big thing like that, that's gonna cost you some money. So you might wanna say, you might wanna, and of course, candy. And then I put, the Hydra Session sheet of what the products are and what they do, so you don't have to put a big stack of all the PDF files that we have. And then the Hydra Session closing sheet, it just goes individually, the price of each thing for the Hydra Session Beauty experience. And I always put candy in there. I have Tootsie Rolls because I buy them by bulk, whatever candy that you have. So this is a package that's going to cost you probably about $5. Depending on if you mail it. If you do put the hydrogel sample in there, the Voluform sample, between $5 and $8. So you may want to say, I'm doing a test program. And if you wanted to get trial sizes of the Miracle Set, the $25 retail ones that cost you $12.50, you could charge somebody $15 for a packet like this to be a part of your test panel on this. That means they'd get the trial size of the Miracle Set, all the samples, and that would cover your samples and your tax, and you wouldn't necessarily be making a profit, but it wouldn't be like you're spending all that money on just samples, because, you know, say you got 10 of those people doing it, and that's $5, that's $50. And so if you're not being able to just drive around and do it, you know, in your area, I'm trying to do it with people that are here in Mason, in Westchester, Mainville, with just doing virtual things like that so that I can just pop around wherever I'm out and about and do that. So that's a good thing. If you don't have samples, I did Facebook Lives for what, I don't know, a whole year, where we just showed the little videos from Mary Kay on the video lounge that's on Mary Kay. You can get a bunch of different videos from there and you can decide what you're going to talk about. So you just get the video, you put it on your Facebook Live, everybody does that and they comment. Did you guys all watch the Go Kit for Facebook where the Nationals did the other day? I know Tessa said she watched it. What did you get from that, Tessa?
She had a lot of information. It's pre-printed. She just kind of reiterated that don't try to make this harder than what it is. Keep it simple. Here's everything for you to know. Here's everything that you can use. So just trying to virtually get, you know, connected with people that are already on the social media, just trying to connect with them. But I feel like the take-home point was trying not to make it bigger than what it was, which is, I feel like the generalization with all this whole Corona thing too, is just everything is being made so much bigger than it really is right now. So she said, just keep it simple.
Yeah, and what I got from that too was that to keep commenting and to award people for commenting you know, you can do the little spin dial thing that awards people for commenting and talking about it, different things for if they decide they're going to purchase, but after it's over to follow up with them and see how you can serve them. Because a Facebook live event, you know, they're just commenting, they're not being able to see. Like this Zoom, you could do a group experience. Like say Cheryl was going to be the hostess and all 5 of us were going to be her friends, like New York or California or Virginia. They could all get the samples. We could do a party together like this so everybody could see. And so that's going to give community to people. You guys, people are going to be wanting community because they're stuck with kids all day. You know, a lot of the moms are just going bug house crazy, you know, because they're with kids, having to do homeschool, having to do homework more than what they ever had to do. I'm sure you're in that, Tessa, and maybe Aaron. So, you know, that's hard. And I don't know about you guys, but, you know, my gold can, I've been filling my gold can up. I don't know if you guys have been doing it. Every time you get a booking or whatever, you want to put money in here. But back in the day, my kids, I would say, like, this is a coffee can, like Folgers. I have like my Slim Fast and my little green superfood. This is a smaller one if you have a smaller goal. But I would have the kids go online and pick pictures out, because we used to have a Sears and Penny's catalog back in the day. The kids would go to the toy section and they would pick out the toys, and then they would put it, they would tape it on their gold can. And every time they didn't cry when I was going to go to a party or say, Mom, why are you leaving? You know, then they would get a, you know, a quarter or 50 cents, whatever it was, to put in their gold can for whatever it is that they were working to earn. And I'm telling you that, I mean, that came fast. I'll never forget, Courtney wanted an easy bake oven. And I think at that time it was like $15. And so she'd be like, Mom, don't you have to go to a party? Don't you have to go to a party? I want that easy bake oven. And so she earned that really, really quick. So I always negotiated with my kids. If you do this, then you'll get that. If you can do this for me, then you'll get that. They worked in my office. Courtney and her friends used to do calls for my open house. They used to call my customers and say, don't forget Sherry's open house. They used to come and do, if Jean probably remembers this, and even Cheryl, they do come do commercials at the Sharonville Convention Center. Do you remember when Courtney and them would do commercials like for Velocity?
Yeah, cute.
Yeah, they did. They would run my music at our award thing. Oh, we've moved the 40 minutes. Oh, yay, good. They gave us a little extra time. Okay. So anyway, put your kids to work and let them earn money for that. So the virtual experience, whether you do it like Leah does it, whether you do the beauty experience where you do all the treatments, that way when you're doing the charcoal mask, that's I just do 10 minutes on a mask, you guys, too, and on the eye patches. I don't do the whole 20. Doing the mask. Then you can play the trivia game. You can do your marketing. You can do referrals. When all these masks, there's 10 minutes a piece on the mask, you can do all that. So on your Facebook thing, they can be typing in the people, you know, that they want to refer you in a private message. So this is a great way for you guys to still make money while other things, because you never know, your jobs, we may not be able to go for 2 weeks. You know, if they do a quarantine, this is going to be the time that you guys get ahead, that you guys press on and get ahead. So when I wanted to talk to you about a little bit on money management, I wanted to help you make money. And if you would just be in calls to your customers, and you would just be, you know, what can I do for you? I mean, if customers, you know, are sick, then they might not be able to get out. What could you do, you know, that you could go and help them? Because, you know, people will never forget a good deed done. They might forget who you are, but a good deed. Do you ever forget somebody that did something really good for you? I never forget, ever. I mean, it's like, I'll never forget, you know, when we earned our first pink Cadillac, who was our person that put us over? When we earned our top director trip at 2 a.m. in the morning, I'll never forget, you know, Laura Romans, who did things like that. Like, so when you bring something to somebody, food, or you go get some groceries for them, or you maybe take some kids in because the mom is, you know, got a newborn or something. Think about what you can do good, because the more that you give, the better. Think about who might need scripture, who might need that, you know, that love from the Mary Kay bubble. And And so that'll only help you. So I posted this cash flow worksheet on our performer page. We used to have a Dream Achievers Money Matters thing. I have used this forever because what it does, it goes monthly income, and it'll talk about your gross income, your spouse's gross income, other income, maybe you have bonuses, dividends, interest, rental property, Social Security, pension, annuities, alimony, child support, other, and so that you would add up your total monthly income. And this is really good for you. So I would not use the one that's on there, print it out and make 12 of them. So you can do a budget. And then your monthly expenses. Once you know how much your monthly expenses are, you can say, this is what I need from my Mary Kay to offset this. And that's what your side hustle with Mary Kay is when you have another job. Because like, you know, Tessa, Cheryl, Aaron, I don't know if you work outside the home.
I do.
Okay, what do you do?
I work at a mental health facility. It's scheduling appointments and all of that.
Okay. So if you know what your monthly expenses are, I mean, how many of you guys know how much money monthly goes out of your budget every single month? Do you know it to the T?
Yep.
Tessa knows it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lisa knows it? Aaron, Jean? You got so much money out of there. You just have so much money. Okay. Cheryl, you kind of know?
Yes.
Okay, that's really good. Do you guys have a sheet made on your computer that says, like on mine, you know, because we've lived in so many different times where sometimes I've been the sole income, sometimes not. First of the month bills, 15th of the month bills, because we get paid on the 15th of the month and the 1st of the month in Mary Kay. And so do you know, do you have this made up? And if you have a significant other, do they know? If you're the one that pays the bills, does your significant other know how you would pay a bill?
No.
Would they? Because I pay the bills. Doug would know?
No, he wouldn't. He'd know how to pay his, wouldn't know what else we
Okay, so
had.
this is really important, you guys, as women, because you, like on mine, it'll say, you know, it's the public storage 167. It's on auto pay from our checking account and the checking account number. So that if something was to happen to you, you know, God forbid, your significant other would know what to do. And that's important because I know one time at the cottage, one of our friends' wife died and she did all the expenses. He had no clue. Didn't even know where the checkbook was. Didn't know how to pay anything. And so I never want that to be for Reno. So you want to take proactive and know, you know, what bills are. What bill do you want to cover with your Mary Kay expense? I mean, with your Mary Kay income. What kind of money would you want to have from your Mary Kay income to pay? What would make you feel like you would be stretched if you had to pay it just solely out of your Mary Kay? Anybody can say. Anything? What would you step up and say, I'm going to pay this just from my Mary Kay? It's tough, isn't it? It's tough to come up with that because you don't want to put yourself out on the line. But when push comes to shove, girls, we got to do it. We got to do it.
I could probably say one of my student loans.
One of your
payments.
student loans?
I have 2 student loan payments a month.
Okay.
They equal about $400, so paying one of them.
Okay. See, you know what? That would be a really good goal because that's an easy bite-size thing. Not saying I got to pay my mortgage or whatever, you know, if that's not where I'm at with my customer base yet. But if you just take one bill that you can feel like, yes, it would stretch me to do that. So I would highly encourage that. If we do get cut off, I would still like to talk to you guys a little bit. We'll dial back in. I'll make another meeting if we do get cut off because it's really important. If you do a 60-40 split, in other words, you sell $500 for the week, $300 of that goes to buy back your product that you sold, $200 goes into your profit. Okay, now that $200, that's going to be your paycheck. How you decide to work that is fine. So if Tessa wants to say, okay, I got a $400 bill, that's $200 profit. You can pay that with that $200 first of the week and then have another reorders, parties, whatever you do, get the other $200, boom. Once that's done, then everything else can just be pure profit and you can decide what you want. But out of that 40%, I was encouraged to pay 5 so that you can enroll your customers in the preferred customer program.
Bless you.
God bless you.
Nice.
That you can have for the preferred customer program, because that's going to come up in April. You want your customers to be signed up for that. So take 5% of that 40%. Another 5% should be for like retreats, seminars, so that you can build up, some cash flow in it. So it's not like, I got to register for seminar, $195. Then you've got it, right? Because if you just put, increments of your money in there, it can work for you. So I really encourage that, to do your 60-40 split and just be diligent about it and just say, tell your customers this week, what are you doing with your Mary Kay profits? Right now, more than anything, you guys, people are watching you. People are watching you, how you run your business. People are watching you if you're fearful. People are watching you for whatever it is you're doing. They're watching. And don't you want that? Don't you want your customers to know what good you're sending out into the community, what good you're doing for your family? What are you buying or helping with your family budget? So I just want to encourage you, talk about this week on social media, about what you're doing with your Mary Kay profits, and talk about it with me on social media on our performer page. I really want to. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a group page for you all and your customers that we can be a community and come together, so that you can send me people, they can like the page. I'm going to create the page, and Linda just taught it to us, I'm going to create a page. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it, but it'll be a place for your customers, my customers, your consultants, our consultants, that everybody can come in, and we're just going to talk about, products and how we're working through things and how we're sharing. Like, if you have a product and all of a sudden you started using it and it says, oh my gosh, this changed me. It wasn't designed for this, like extra moist night cream. We never knew it would help with curling iron burns back in the day, so things like that. So we're going to have a community so that you can have people like it. And what do you think of that? Do you think that's a good idea?
Yeah.
And we can have different
I
people
feel
do
like it's the
commercials.
social. I feel like it's the social media pink bubble.
Yeah, I think so too. And we can have little people doing commercials, not just me, you guys. And, I just think it'll be a good community for all of us. And I think we'll grow. I think we'll grow from it. So anyway, I'm going to start that. Have you guys ever heard of Dave Ramsey?
Yes.
Anybody ever participate in a Dave Ramsey program?
Yes.
Yes?
No.
Somebody
I
said
didn't actually do the whole program, but I went online a few years back and followed his steps.
okay.
And to tell you that his plan works, and I'm still working with it for a little bit. And I followed his advice on several different things, and just by looking up a question I had, I went into his site and researched and got answers to questions that I needed. And one of them had to do with life insurance and the different types. And so he's very, very well versed in his field, and his information works because he has many, many success stories of helping people get a handle on debt and work their way back out. And
Right.
I'm
Yeah. Well, Leah had us on a money management program a couple years back, and she really focused a lot on Dave Ramsey. And I can tell you, like right now, if people don't have baby step number 1, and that's having $1,000 for your starter emergency fund, I want you guys to begin that. And I'm not saying it's going to be $1,000 right today, but open up a bank account, label it your emergency fund, and start dumping money into it whenever you get a bonus, whenever you get something. You want to have your $1,000. That's his first baby step. And I can tell you how many times the $1,000 has helped us when we had to get a new dishwasher, when we had to buy a garbage disposal, when we had to do anything like basically for your house. It was really, really beneficial having baby step number 1. And baby step number 2 is pay off all debt except the house using the debt snowball. And so that cash flow sheet, this really helps you start with the highest credit card, that has the highest interest rate. whatever, you want to know where they are. And if you, what he wants you to do is the smartest thing, and our nationals taught us this too, is to pay the one, even if it has the least credit, interest rate, pay the one that's $200 so you can have a win. So if you have a $200 credit card that you need to pay off, even if it's not the high 21% increase, get that one paid off so that you can have that win under your buckle. That's really important, is paying off your debt, except your house. That's baby step 2. Baby step 3 is having 3 to 6 months emergency, fully funded emergency fund. So whatever your take home is, if your take home is $5,000 for the month, you need to have $15,000 to $30,000 in an emergency fund for such a time as like right now. Can you imagine if you owned a restaurant that didn't have takeout, that didn't have, you know, I mean, like, you think about the restaurants that all their workers are unemployed because they can't have anybody, and the bars. And so the airline, all that kind of stuff. Right now, you need the emergency fund. So I would highly encourage you is to work these virtual beauty sessions to put that money into that emergency fund. And it might be just living expenses for right now. You might need them right now. Baby step 4 is to put 15% of your household income in retirement. So you may have a 401, you may have some Roth IRAs. You want to have 15% of that going into that, okay? Because you want to be debt-free and a millionaire when you retire. It won't even be a millionaire for some of you guys because you're young. Baby step 5 is if you have children, you save for the college fund. Baby step 6 is pay your home off early. And baby step 7 is build wealth and give. And so you have to start off with those first ones to get to the others. You know what I'm saying? And so if you don't have that, I'll post this too, because it's really, really smart, because we want to be smart women with our money. We want to be smart women with our investments. We want to be smart women on what we give and what we do with money that we get. And we want to keep more than what we get. And if you haven't got your taxes done, I don't know if you've heard President Trump say they're going to give you a 90-day window, that if you can pay your taxes, do it. If you can't, they're going to give you that 90-day without a penalty or interest. So that's a blessing, you know, that we're going to get to have. So anyway, let's see, what else do I have? All my stuff here. I feel like this is the only place I can do this because I can only have my webcam on this. I can't put it on my iPad. And of course you want to put your beauty experience in the roll-up bag, and I got Tulle. I really like the Tulle on there. I think it looks pretty. And the new roll-up bags are so cute with the little hearts. So anyway, that's my information for tonight. So
I did have just clarification. I think I'm going to do a Facebook on my own page versus my private page. But what are the blurbs that we're not able to say on our live versus our Mary Kay private? Can't say I love Mary Kay. Can't say price. Can't say message me. You're just essentially putting out, I'm using this product. This is what I'm using it for. This is what it does.
Correct. Just remember, if you think it's a call to action, don't do it.
Okay.
If it has anything of message me, buy this, talk to me, you just don't want to have any of that.
So, because I think I'm gonna do one of the like a Facebook Live of the satin hands.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is what I'm using after my end of my day after all my patients. You know, I just scrub on, then I wash it off, that kind of thing.
Well, and that's good for your healthcare field. I think that for you and Cheryl, that would be really good because of your field, and they're getting dry hands. You know, like maybe show your hand. You know, like put your hand up in the mirror and say, here's my hand before, you know, and after. Because like that's what I was doing, like with my satin hands. I was like, man, it really makes your hands feel so much better after you've been putting all this stuff on and the hand sanitizer. I mean, it dries it out. And so even in your little bags that you're giving out, you might even want to put a hand cream in there, because that'd be a travel size hand cream for people. But yeah, and you should go live and you should be present in social media right now, because guess what? Do you guys all have your phone with you all the time? Like now, waiting for news? Stay off the news. Don't listen to anybody on the news. Like, stay away. I wouldn't have the news on here. I don't ever have the news on in my house, but I certainly wouldn't. If the president's going to come on, I'm going to try to watch that at another time because I do want to be informed for things that are going on in our lives. So good. All right. And okay, so for career conference, for the virtual career conference, 9:30 to 11:30 this Saturday, do you want to do it at the studio or do you want to do it virtually?
I would do it virtually.
My kids this weekend, so probably virtually.
Okay. Cheryl?
Virtually probably would be
Virtually.
easier.
So I'll just have to save the Star Consultant makeovers for another time. and that's totally fine. So do you all know where to like the Facebook, the Epic Leadership Facebook page? Did you get that?
Yeah.
To you on, it's on Boxer or on my page. Everybody got that?
Yeah.
Because you can do it.
Okay, now is this something, Sherry, is this from the company or is this something Leah's doing?
No, it's Pam, Julia, and Leah, the Epic family.
Okay,
Not the company.
so they're
The company hasn't come on now. That Nathan Moore. Let me look and see. Hold on, I'll open up my In Touch. My phone's charging up. Because they haven't told us anything yet for a virtual career conference.
Okay.
I'm still here.
It's all good.
What are you cooking?
Mac and cheese. This is me. I'm at my boyfriend's apartment.
Okay.
He works until like 11. So yeah, I just came over here to eat. But I'll be hanging out.
You. That's a good relationship. Why won't this come on? That's an important video update from Nathan Moore, but it's not opening up.
So are any of you actually doing face-to-face appointments?
Jean is. Okay, hold on. Hold on.
Please know that we're all doing great here at Dallas. I trust that by now you've read David's message addressing how Mary Kay is handling the COVID-19 pandemic. And I hope that you were comforted and reassured when he shared that our preparation started early and it continues to be fine-tuned every day as new developments occur. And they seem to be occurring fast and fiercely. Well, as you know, we have canceled or postponed events, and we are adjusting work arrangements and schedules for employees. And of course, we're closely monitoring the latest recommendations and guidelines from the World Health Organization and the CDC to ensure that we're doing everything possible to address this extraordinary situation. Remember, social distancing is not social isolation. While there have been many cancellations, some things still remain. Conversations will not be canceled. Relationships will not be canceled, and love will certainly not be canceled. You know, Mary Kay has always been focused on relationships and meeting the needs of you and your customers. Challenging times can create the most meaningful moments in relationships between people. And now is a great time to join the Mary Kay Close Facebook group if you haven't already. We will be communicating important information and doing education, and you won't want to miss it. As we continue to navigate this extraordinary situation, please know that we are Mary Kay strong, and I know you are too. Our beloved founder, Mary Kay Ash, once said, "It's not so much what happens to us as how we react to what happens that makes the difference." Well, we believe those words, and I know you do too. And we are committed to facing each and every challenge of the COVID-19 global pandemic with confidence and determination. Stay safe, strong, and healthy, and know we all love you.
Okay, so that's it. So no update on career conference. So I'm thinking it's Tuesday now. If they would have had something, I would think that it'd come out today, tomorrow, or Thursday.
I bet it's going to come out maybe a little later down the road when they get time to do it and put it together.
Maybe so. Maybe so. But Jean,
Maybe for the national speeches, not that they wouldn't have had them ready, but maybe
Right.
tape and
right. Jean's been doing faces. What have your people been saying to you?
What about the
Faces, coming over to your house and doing faces.
I had one girl come today and she wouldn't come in, but she stood at the door and talked to me a long time. But I'm afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of it.
Okay.
Yeah,
But you-
I have customers in my home and they don't seem to be alarmed at all.
Okay. So some people are like I said, 2 people are coming to my house tomorrow night, my neighbor and another customer, and then 2 other virtually. So don't worry if they won't come to your house. Just say, I can come to you, do it virtually. Like I said, learn Facebook Messenger, learn FaceTime, Facebook Messenger video chat, FaceTime. This is called Zoom. You guys can have your own Zoom account. And you can have it with your family. If your family gets quarantined, you can do that with your family. You can do it with, your customers. All you got to do is get the Zoom app and my ID, like you can keep that ID written down. That's my Zoom ID, the 210-910-1804.
Do you have to pay for that?
No, it's free. It's free. The one that Pam Shaw had, that's a one where it can be a little different. I didn't go into it because I already had this account and I knew it was free. I think it might not have a time limit on it. Zoom is about 40 minutes. They just came on here and say, we're going to give you an extra 40 minutes. So, for free.
So you signed up for an account and then you got a password.
They give you that meeting ID.
Anybody can do that?
Anybody. Yeah. And then you can, I've recorded this. I clicked on record so I can load it onto Facebook. I can load it onto my YouTube channel so that our other people can watch it too.
What I need training in is how to do all the different, like Facebook Messenger chat, which you just said, the YouTube. How do you do a YouTube?
Yeah, so what you got to do is you got to go on it. It's just like when we started learning Facebook, Lisa, is how did we learn Facebook? We just got the app and we started learning how to navigate through it. The same thing with all this is you have to do it. You just go to the Messenger and on the right-hand top thing, there's a little, this is Messenger right here, that app. And so there's a little video thing right up here at the top. Let's see the little video camera right there?
Are you in just
Right here.
Messenger?
Yeah, in the Messenger.
Yeah, I don't see that on.
Yeah, it's Facebook. It's Messenger. It's the little app that's blue and white right here. And so when you press that, there's a little place where you can go search, like who I put in, Lisa George.
Yeah, I see where, I message people, but I don't see a thing to do a video.
Well, now look, see up here is your name. See the little camera right here at the top?
I do it all the time.
What do you have to do? Name it first?
See, now you can see I'm on video on you.
I'd have to accept it and then we'd be on.
Yeah. And my mom just did it, so I know we can all do it. Because, she doesn't do all that. But yeah, so if you're going to do a video chat, like I'm going to do that with the girls tomorrow night, the 2 that aren't coming, I'm going to do the video messenger. And Tessa, you do it all the time? Sorry.
Snapchat Messenger, Facebook Messenger.
I just hit that thing. So if you answer it, we would be on.
So see, now you can see me and I can see you.
Yeah.
That's all you do.
I've never done that.
You can also do Skype. It's another form of it, but it's, I feel
Do you like
Facebook.
Skype? Because I have not used Skype since that was like one of the first video things.
It's okay. That's how I FaceTime with my boyfriend because he doesn't have iPhone.
Okay.
I've tried it via Facebook Messenger and we've tried it on Skype. So
Okay. Because sometimes Skype was never like on the same, like the mouth didn't go the same way.
Yeah, sometimes the connectivity can be a little sketchy or, not really even.
Okay.
Snapchat's horrible for video, but you can do it through Snapchat too.
Yeah, I just didn't know how long it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So any other feedback we want to have?
No,
What do you like?
thank you for doing this.
Well, hey, thank you for being on and allowing me to. I love being connected. What's one thing you're going to take away and go put to work right away from this call?
Doing the Facebook Live.
Yeah, one of the things I've been wanting to do is a Facebook Live, and I'm like, I don't know why. It's like stepping out, I guess, just doing it.
And you know what your customers will say? I can tell you're getting better and confident all the time. Because like my one customer that won't come over because she's 71, she's nervous to go out. And she goes, I said, well, do you watch any of my Facebook? She goes, I watch every one of them. She goes, you're getting more confident. I can tell every time. And I just like, I go on there and wing it, you know. I don't study for it. I prepare, like when I do my Wednesday winning with Sherry, I prepare that with my notes. But sometimes I just go on what my gut is. And right now, you got to go with your gut. You got to go with what people need, and they need love. They need generosity. They need comfort. They need to know that the world is going to be okay, that we're not going to hell, and that we're not going to end the world. And
you need satin hands because they're washing their hands a million times.
Yeah,
exactly right. They really do. They really do. And you should be carrying satin hands with you and doing it on everybody that you meet.
Oh yeah.
Go in the bank and do it. You know, go in places.
We're gonna walk into the bathroom today. We're gonna wash our hands.
Just go. I'll stand here. Let somebody else wait on me. Go take the satin hands in there. Trust me, you're gonna need it. Yeah. All right. So you're gonna take Facebook Live. Tessa, what are you gonna do? Did you say?
I feel I'm gonna do that Facebook Live too. Like on my, not on my page, but on my like live page away from Mary Kay, and just doing that generalized information session and hoping that'll draw a little bit of attention.
Yeah. And I remember when I was at seminar and I asked them about this business page, and they said, you can't just go on there every once in a while on a business page. You have to stay on it. You know, just like if you guys are attached to Gloria Mayfield, the Power Huddle. I don't know if you guys are, do you friend her on the Power Huddle? I mean, she's on there every day. And it's a great, I mean, mind shift. She's got a great mind shift. So I would encourage you to join her on her Facebook Power Huddle.
Power Huddle, is that what
Power
you just?
Huddle.
Okay.
HUDDLE. So you're going to do Facebook, Cheryl. What are you going to do?
Facebook and the money management.
Money
Kind
management.
of be more on it for that.
Okay, and we'll talk more about it, but I really want you guys to message me and let me know what you paid for your with your Mary Kay money this week. Okay, I want to know that. And I want it to be on our page so we can start talking about some more people. The more people we can engage, the more it's going to happen. Miss Queen Jean?
Well, you're just lucky I'm on here because I'm not good on Facebook and all of these fancy shows. So you told me today how to get on it, and I tried it, and it worked. So you're lucky.
Hey. And what words of wisdom would you have for the girls? Because you're the longest time consultant.
What advice?
Have you been through pandemics before and seen Mary Kay through? Obviously, Mary Kay still stands strong.
I don't. On the, you mean on here on one of these shows things?
No, just in your lifetime of longest Mary Kay consultant, what other pandemic has you experienced and had your Mary Kay come through?
Jean, what year did you join?
Oh, I can't think of that.
2001? Did you join in 2001?
20 years ago. I forget
So
what
you
year.
were with 9/11. So you had 9/11 in your Mary Kay, right?
I don't remember. I can't remember going through anything. I work at home, and everybody knows that, and they come here all the time around the clock. So I think I just built my business around my home and my store in my home. And I'm not good on the internet at all. On all these shows that you're on, I'm not good at that. But remember, I'm a lot older than you.
We'd never know it. We'd never know. Somebody's trying to eat your food.
I'm doing great though in my Mary Kay business. It's booming.
Yeah, well, this is a time, you guys, it'll be surprising. And that's the best part of building a big customer base. Build it big and juicy so that you can have cash flow coming in all the time. I mean, I probably had $200 called in yesterday for that. But what I want you to know is for my almost 30 years, we've been through the 90s when, you know, we were going to go, everybody was going to die at the turn of 2000. Remember that crazy Y2K? We all did that. We managed through it. We learned to shift differently, right? We worked differently. Then when 2001 hit and we had 9/11, you know, people were afraid. Like right now, we know the beast. We know what the beast is. It's coronavirus. We didn't know who our enemy was in 9/11. We knew they were there, but we didn't know who it was. And people were afraid to go out of their houses. They were, you know, we didn't have airlines for what, 2 weeks probably? I don't know. It was shut down for a long time. And so big group events, nobody was wanting to go to the sporting events. So during 9/11, we had a huge transformation. You know, you could go on to an airline with a box cutter before 9/11. You could go on with a lighter. You could go on with all that stuff. You can't do any, you know, it changed our security. It changed a lot of how we work and live. 9/11 transformed us. Then when the market crashed in 2008, 2009, you know, that was a big deal to many families. I mean, moi was hit hard. You know, that's when we closed. And so we had to learn to shift into a new way of marketing and housing and all that kind of stuff. And now we have, you know, we had the bird flu, we had the, whatever's that, Nile something, West Nile virus. Now we have the corona. So there's always going to be something. We just have to learn to work smart and work hard and be ahead of everybody. Don't sit back now. Those people that sit back and wait, they're going to be left in the dust, because those of us, we're moving forward. We're going to learn this virtual stuff. We're going to get ahead of the game. We're going to gain so many new clients. Nobody's going to know what to do. Peers performers are just going to rock it out, and that's the way it's going to be. So I want you to hang on. Joshua 1:9 is what I had on here. Be strong and courageous. Lisa probably knows it by heart.
Be strong, courageous. Wait a minute. Do not fear. Be strong and courageous, for I am the Lord thy God. I will comfort thee. I will help thee. I will uphold thee with my right hand. That may be the wrong scripture.
Oh, that's Isaiah 41:10. Joshua is, have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. The Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. It's Joshua 1:9. And I love that, because that's where we're at right now. We have to be strong and courageous. God already knew this was planned. And so how we're going to come out of it is going to be up to us. You know, whether we're going to suck our thumbs and say, oh, well, but those of us that are saying, nope, not sucking my thumb, I'm out, I'm up, and I'm going with you. And so those of us that do, I really believe that it's going to be our best month. And with double credit, this is the time to max it out. Go for it. And just know that I'm here to lead, guide you. And if you have questions, don't hesitate to give me a call, because guess what? I'll probably be home. Not saying I can always answer the phone, but I always am here for you. So I'm excited. I'm excited about this new technology. So stay tuned, and then we'll plan on Saturday how we're going to be all on virtual things. So let me know. Get the 500 in before 9:30 a.m. on Saturday. Sell your 500. So whatever you have now, it counts. Whatever you had yesterday, it counts. So it's Monday through Saturday. $500 in retail. We can do it. All right, you guys. I love you, and I'm so proud of you learning new technology. Give yourselves a big round of applause. We all did it. Woo! We did it. And those of us that are oldies, I'm really proud of us for doing it. So, all right, guys. Stay tuned and keep me informed what you buy for your Mary Kay money. All right, I'm going to end this, and then I'm going to save it, and you'll be able to see it again.
Thanks, Sherry.
All right.
Thank you. Bye, ladies.
Bye.
Thanks for dinner.
Hey, you're welcome. Thanks for being on.
Enjoying dinner.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
End. End.